Hi guys, it's Heidi from Create Dream Explore, and I hope you're getting in the Christmas spirit. I know I am. We decorated our tree last night, and our elf on the shelf came to visit. He arrived this morning, so my kids were pretty excited about that. And I've been starting to create some new holiday resources for using with Google Classroom or Google Slides. So I'm going to show you that today in case you're looking for something to do with your students that's Christmas themed. So let's go ahead. I'm going to switch over my screen so I can show you how it looks. Okay, so you can assign any of these slides to your students. You can copy a slide and add it to a new presentation so they only have one slide to do at a time, or you can assign them the whole package. I'm going to assign the whole package to my students in Google Classroom and let them just work away at it at their own pace. So the first one I have in here is a making words activity. At the bottom I put some movable letters, so you can see students can manipulate them. They can, if they want, and some students don't need to, but they can move them around into the order that they want to try and make some words. So they could pull up two of the letters and say, oh, I made is. And then they would go up to the making words section here and they'll type in is. And then they can move the letters back down again and then say, oh, I wanted to spell the word mat, M-A-T. And then they'll go back up here and they can add mat. So they would continue doing that until they've made as many words as they can. And now I have some older students who, when we do making words activities, they don't need to move the letters around. They'll just know what letters they need to keep track of. But then I have some other students who really rely on using those letters to manipulate them, and it's a really good visual tool for them to use. So the option's there for them. And then the next slide is scrambled sentences. So I've got 5 sentences here and they need to unscramble them and put them in an order that makes sense. So they can look at this one and know, well, the punctuation is going to go on the end, and they just slide it down. And so they know it's a question, so they'll probably start with the word is, and they'll just move the letters around until it's in an order that makes sense here. So is Santa coming tonight? And then they can go through and do all 5 of the sentences. The next one is alphabetical order. So these are movable boxes that students will move. They'll slide them over to this side until they get them in the right order for alphabetical order. The slide after that is sentence editing. So this one is self-checking. Students look at the sentence up here and then they can go over to the boxes here and they'll type in what they think the correct sentence would be. So we like to play in the snow. And then when they want to check it, they can click on this box and slide it away to see if they were right. So yeah, you might have some students who would just cheat and check before they've even tried, and that's okay too. I have some students who aren't confident in their abilities, and you know what? It's still fine for them to even copy the sentence. They're still getting some benefits out of that. And then here I've got a Santa letter, simple. They can just type here. They delete these letters and they'll type their letter to Santa. I've got a word search, and the instructions are to use the line shape to cross out words. So they would go up to line, and then once they find a word, so we found Santa, they just draw a line. And then they can go and try and find the next word, and they'll draw a line as well. And then the last activity is a Christmas Mad Libs. So on this slide, students will go through and add in each type of word. So here they need an adjective. So I'm going to put quick. They'll need a number. So I'll put 500, another adjective. And then they go through and they add all of those. And then when they're done, they go to the final slide, which is the Mad Libs. So So they know they're on the first one, they had the adjective, then they go to the Mad Libs here, um, and they'll type in their adjective here. And then they'll go through the whole Mad Libs, adding in all of the words that they chose on this slide. And then when they're done, they can read their Mad Libs, and they'll probably laugh because there'll be some silly answers in there, but it's good fun and students love it. So those are the activities that are included. And if you have any questions, you can let me know in the comments below, and I'm happy to answer your questions. And if there's anything you wanted to see added to it also, you can let me know. I'm happy to add things as people request. I don't always do it right away, but I definitely love your suggestions, and when I have the time, I add those pieces in. Right now, the resource is on sale, so you might want to check it out. It's a pretty good price. Okay, have a great Christmas. See you guys later.